Hey, welcome. So today, we're going to crack open one of the most legendary books on success ever, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I mean, this book is a classic for a reason. Hill spent like 20 years interviewing the absolute giants of his time. We're talking Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, to figure out what made them tick. What was their secret sauce? Well, let's dive in and find out what he uncovered.
Wow. Okay, right out of the gate, Hill just drops this bombshell on us. I mean, really let that sink in for a second. The biggest wins, the life-changing successes, they didn't happen by avoiding defeat. They happened literally one step after it. Isn't that wild? It points to this huge problem we all face, right? We give up. We stop like right on the 1-yard line, just inches away from the touchdown.
So that leads us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? The one this whole book is built around. What is that secret? What did these hugely successful people figure out that let them keep going when everyone else would have just thrown in the towel? Well, that's exactly what we're here to unpack.
All right, Section 1, the mindset for riches. And the subtitle says it all. It all begins with a thought. You see, Hill's first big point is that getting rich, or achieving anything big really, it's not about luck. It's not about where you came from. It's an inside job. It's like building a skyscraper. You can't start putting up walls until you've poured a rock-solid foundation. And that foundation, it's all in your head.
And that foundation starts with this, a definite chief aim. I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? You can't hit a target if you don't even know what you're aiming at. This is what Hill is getting at. A definite chief aim isn't some fuzzy, daydreamy wish like, oh, I'd like to be wealthy someday. No way. It's a single, crystal clear, burning obsession. It's the one thing you pour everything into. It's your compass, your North Star, guiding every single decision you make.
Okay, so you've got this big, clear goal, but how do you get the confidence to actually go after it? Well, Hill doesn't just leave you hanging. He gives us this literal formula. Look at this, the self-confidence formula. This is so practical. It's not just think happy thoughts. You've got to promise yourself you'll take action. And check out step 2. Spend 30 minutes every day thinking about the person you're becoming. That's reprogramming your brain. And I love step 5, making sure whatever you do benefits everybody involved. That's not just good ethics, it's a killer long-term strategy. It's a full-on recipe for building unshakable belief in yourself.
Okay, part 2, from knowledge to power. Subtitle, what you know versus what you do with what you know. So we've got the mindset dialed in, we've got the goal, but that's kind of like having a high-performance engine with no gas in the tank. You need the right fuel to actually get moving. And that fuel, according to Hill, is a very specific type of knowledge.
And this right here, this is a total game changer. Hill makes a huge distinction between just knowing stuff and what he calls specialized knowledge. He says that general knowledge, the kind you cram for in school to pass a test and then forget, is pretty much worthless when it comes to building real success. It's not about how many facts you can memorize. Real power comes from specialized knowledge. Knowledge that you've organized and can apply directly to achieve your definite aim. It's knowledge with a purpose.
And the best part? You don't have to go back to school for a fancy degree to get this knowledge. It's literally everywhere. Yeah, sure, colleges are on the list, but look at this. Your own experience, the experience of other people. He talks about creating a mastermind alliance, which is just a fancy way of saying get a group of smart, driven people around you to brainstorm with. Libraries, special courses. The point is, if you're serious about your goal, the information is out there. You just have to be hungry enough to go get it.
All right, Section 3, market yourself like a pro. How to demonstrate your value to the world. Okay, let's recap. You've got the mindset, you've got the specialized knowledge. Now what? Well, you can't just sit on it. You've got to take it out into the world and show people what you've got. It's time to sell yourself.
Now, Hill saw this fundamental shift happening in the business world, and it's even more true today. You see, the old model was the go-getter, the person who's all about what can I take, how can I win at someone else's expense. But Hill says the future, the real path to success belongs to the go-giver. This is a total paradigm shift. It's not about what you can get, it's about what you can give. The entire focus changes to serving others and creating partnerships where everybody wins. That's how you build something that lasts.
So how do you actually become a great go-giver? Hill gives us another amazing formula for it, the QQS formula. It's the secret sauce for selling your services perfectly. So Q is for quality. You've got to do excellent work, obviously. The second Q is for quantity. Deliver more value than people expect. But that S, that's the magic ingredient. It stands for the proper spirit of cooperation. It's your attitude. Are you someone people actually enjoy working with? I mean, Andrew Carnegie himself said he'd fire the most brilliant person in the world if they had a bad attitude. That's how important the spirit part is.
Okay, let's talk about the dark side for a minute. Know your enemy. Failure. And the subtitle here is The 30 Reasons People Fail. Look, the road to success is full of potholes. And if you want to win, you have to know what you're up against. You have to understand the opponent. And Hill believed that failure isn't some random mystery. It's an enemy with predictable moves that you can learn to outsmart.
So, after studying thousands and thousands of people who didn't make it, Hill made a stunning discovery. He found that there aren't a million different reasons why people fail. There's not an infinite list. No, there's a very specific, very finite number. 30. That's it. Just 30 major causes of failure that hold people back.
Now, we can't go through all 30 right now, but here are a few of the big ones, the usual suspects. First up, procrastination. Waiting for the stars to align perfectly before you start. Spoiler, they never do. Lack of persistence, we already talked about this one, giving up way too soon. Indecision, that habit of just waffling and then changing your mind 100 times. And of course, a negative personality, the kind of person who just sucks the energy out of a room. So take a look at these. Be honest with yourself. Do any of these hit a little too close to home?
And this quote, this one is just brilliant. It gets to the heart of why we let these failures stick around. It's because we create what Hill calls alibis. There are excuses, right? The airtight stories we tell ourselves and everyone else to explain why we haven't achieved what we wanted.
Think about that. Alibis are the children of your own imagination. I just love that phrasing. Of course you're going to defend them. They're your creation. We become master storytellers, building these elaborate, convincing reasons for why we're stuck. We get really good at it. But here's the cold, hard truth that Hill lays out. You can't cash an excuse at the bank. The world doesn't care about your story. It only pays for one thing: results.
And that brings us to our final section, your master key. The power is in your hands. So we've looked at the mindset you need, the strategies to use, and the enemies you have to defeat. And when you put it all together, what you have isn't just a list of tips. It's something much, much more powerful. It's a key.
And here's what it all boils down to. The whole philosophy, the master key itself, isn't just one of these steps. It's the ability to take all of these ideas and use them to create a burning desire in your mind for what you want. Not just a wish, not just a hope, a white-hot, all-consuming obsession for your goal. A desire so powerful that it just vaporizes all the obstacles, all the fear, and all the excuses.
To wrap it all up, Hill leaves us with this final, chillingly powerful image. Life is a checkerboard, and the player opposite you is time. Just picture that. Your opponent is time, and it never stops. It makes its move every single second. So if you hesitate, if you procrastinate, your pieces get wiped right off the board. It's a stark reminder that the moment to act isn't tomorrow. It's not next week. It's right now.
So, we've gone through the principles, we've talked about the mindset and the strategies. You've been given the master key. The secrets from this incredible book are now in your hands. So the final question isn't for me to answer. It's for you. What door are you going to unlock?